Let's unpack today's giant book haul. First, we have this second chance fake dating romance with a one-bed trope by Emily Henry. Then we have Patricia Briggs' Winter Lost, which is about a mechanic shapeshifter who has to save the world. Then I got really lucky and I stumbled on two Five Broken Blades books, both sprayed edge. They have a dot, but it's only on the bottom where it blends in anyway, and I feel like this was such a good find. This next one is giving practical magic. It is literally the exact same premise as Practical Magic. These Deadly Prophecies, I found two of them, and they are a magical murder mystery. Then I found a brand new copy of Heavenbreaker by Sarah Wolf, and this is a sci-fi. And of course, I couldn't pass up a Ruth Ware. This one is about 5 couples trapped on a storm-swept island with a stalker. I honestly have no idea what this next one is about, but I could not resist it. The vibes were immaculate. So it's a League of Legends book, so that's pretty cool. And then look at the underneath. Look underneath of the book itself, which is gorgeous, but then look at the dust jacket. It has a full art dust jacket on the back. These next two were honestly an impulse buy. I had to grab them. They're books 2 and 3 of a high fantasy trilogy, my favorite genre, and I just can't resist a nice, thick, high fantasy trilogy. So I grabbed those. These two are just these cute little Q&A books. You open it up and it has a question that you answer every day, and then it has a little spot for you to put what year it is too, so that's pretty cool. And then I found these tarot cards brand new. It was such a good deal, so I picked up like 5 of them. One Last Stop is so cute. It's about these 2 women who fall in love on a New York subway, except one of them looks like she comes straight out of a 1970s rock band. Turns out she does, and she's stuck in a time loop. This one just looks hilarious. It's called John Dies at the End. I read the back and actually laughed out loud, so this was an absolute must. And apparently it's also been turned into a major motion picture, so I guess I'm gonna have to read it before I watch the movie. The Hacienda is so high on my TBR. It is a creepy, gothic, historical fiction romance that I just cannot wait to devour. You know the saying, find a penny, pick it up? That's how I feel about Stephen King books. I don't even need to know what they're about. If I see it, I'm picking it up. Next up is another Ruth Ware thriller, 0 Days. And then Positively Penelope is perfect if you were a theater kid, because this is a cute little theater romance. Next up is Kevin Kwan, Sex and Vanity. This was a great find. Kevin Kwan is the author of Crazy Rich Asians. And finally, I was able to find 2 copies of Raiders of the Lost Heart, which is this adorable enemies to lovers archaeological romance. That is it for today's book haul. I can't wait to see what we find next time.